Two outs, base is empty. And at the plate for Miami, Kyle Stowers. And big swing and a miss. 2 outs, base is empty. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he looks fresh out there. Just needs to get a little more confidence and remember how good he's been in the past.
Just off the inside corner. Ball 1.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Nothing doing for the offense that time. On to inning number 4. It's the Marlins 2 and the Reds nothing. And we're back. John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Austin Hayes. Line drive to short and caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Will Benson. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Just off the outside edge. Now 1-2.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
And that just misses. On the ground to third. Over to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here's the Reds catcher, Jose Trevino. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Headed towards the corner. Stowers makes his way towards it. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Next offering is down low. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. That one inside. Now 2 balls and a strike. Liner to second and picked on the hop. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Nothing doing here this half. And midway in the 4th, it's the Marlins 2 and the Reds nothing. Back here in Miami, and now J.D. Martinez.
Designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Fastball for a strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Breaking ball misses down and away. Swings and misses. And it's 2-2.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. And a good start to the inning. Dane Myers now at the plate. He's 0 for 1. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. That's worth the price of admission. And they boost their lead. It's 4-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
And up next for Miami, Heriberto Hernandez. And that clips the inside corner.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
That one fouled off. Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Foul tip into the mitt, struck him out. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Agustin Ramirez. A double and a run scored his first time up. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
0-1.
And he takes a strike. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
You want to see a guy, you know, he's working hard to try to fix it, but just not able to stay tall or either lay off the pitch. Either stay tall on the backside so that you can get on plane, or just lay off of it up there, which it's hard for him to do right now.
Fought off foul. Two down, nobody on.
2.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Ground ball right side, and that one handled in plenty of time to first, and that is the third out of the inning. 2-run shot for Miami this inning. It's now a 4-0 ball game. This is Marlins baseball on the show, Florida. New inning getting started, and now Tyler Stevenson. Meyer back to work. Stevenson in his 5th season, 28 years old. He's knocked in 9 over his last 10 games. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. And a base hit into right center field. And they have their first hit since the 2nd inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Now it's the second baseman, Matt McClain. Ball 1 low. And that's a strike. Stevenson gets his lead at first, nobody out. The 1-1 is fouled off. Inside. Yeah, that's ball 2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Hayes in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Man at first, one away. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. The changeup missing, and it's 2-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after
the
giving up the leadoff single.
LA.
Back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
De La Cruz up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. And that is in for a strike. And now it's even 1-1. On the ground right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So one left for Cincinnati. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score.
Now pitching for
Back now to start the bottom of the 5th and taking over on the mound, Scott Barlow. He last pitched 2 days ago. Here's the third baseman, Graham Pauley. Struck out swinging his first time.
Pauley.
Foul ball. That's out to center field. Friedel under it. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
The batter, number 9. Second baseman.
And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Xavier Edwards. 0 for 2 in this one. And foul ball. Splits the plate, and it's 0-2. Activity in the bullpen for the Reds. Graham Ashcraft up and throwing for Terry Francona. Phillips also throwing. And the 0-2. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. And now the first baseman, Liam
number
Hicks.
34, Liam Hicks.
And he swings through that one.
0-1's the count.
Strike 2.
2 really good back-to-back sliders.
No ball,
Now in an
2
0-2
strikes.
count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Breaking
Ball
ball
one.
misses down and away.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 2 outs. Right through there. Got him. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing for the Marlins, but they lead it 4-0. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Give me any task and I ace it. If you find someone that disagrees, please tell me. Nothing ever changed but the money. Yeah, I'm still me.
Up the middle, Lopez. On to first. Now one gone in the top of the 6th.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Andujar in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Clips the outside corner, and it's 0-2.
0-2 is the count.
The Reds down by 4, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And there's a rocket into the outfield, and that's going to get into the corner. Around first, heading for 2. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Austin Hayes. There's the strike. One out and a runner at second. Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
0-2.
Righty delivers. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Oh, that slider down and away. It's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Benson lays off down low as he digs in for the 3rd time. Ground ball up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and he reaches safely.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Trevino stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Andujar on third. Benson at first. 2 out of the inning. And another ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And there's a ball.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
And that'll load the bases.
It feels to me like his time on the mound is running short, starting to show some signs of fatigue. So we'll see how much longer they let him go.
In now for the Reds, Tyler Stevenson. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there. And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side. And that'll do it. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Marlins 4 and the Reds nothing. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Now it's the right fielder, Kyle Stowers. That one outside, and that's ball 1. That one ripped, but foul. Next offering is in for a strike. Hard hit left side. Throw over to Stevenson. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
Up next for the Marlins, the designated hitter, J.D.
Here's J.D. Martinez. 1 for 2.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's 0-1.
Now there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
2 strikes.
Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Got him swinging.
Up next for the Marlins, the left fielder, Jay Meyer.
Everybody tough, so they gotta go and see the judge. Better hush. Remember growing up, all I wanted was to be wanted me to get a little bread.
Got it started a little too early. Strike
All
one.
one's the count.
Next offering is fouled back. Going to count 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. To third, but it kicks foul. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Marlins set down in order. And the Marlins down quietly. They lead 4-0.
See it, can't touch it. Who run it? I'm coming. Fans see it, they love it. I stay ready, ain't gotta get ready.
Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming
The second
schedule.
baseman, Matt McLean.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Inside,
Ball
just
2.
missed. On the ground to third. Boots it. Still finds a way to get off a throw. And they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
Brian Hayes.
Now the third baseman, Brian Hayes. There's a line drive to left field. Tracks it down for the out. And it's 2 away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Villa Cruz stands in now and watches strike 1. Ball 1 there.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot.
Can't glove it cleanly. Still able to fire over. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Reds go down quietly. They're down 4-0. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Connor Phillips.
Connor Phillips.
Here's the center fielder, Heriberto Hernandez.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
He swings and fouls one off. Chop to third. Hayes fires across the diamond, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Now batting, the catcher, Agustin.
And here's the catcher, Agustin Ramirez.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Down in the dirt, swing and a miss.
0-1.
Next offering is downstairs. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 ball.
Ooh,
2 strikes.
Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. And there's two gone following the strikeout.
Oh, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
2 down, bases empty. Now it's the shortstop, Otto Lopez. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. This to third, Hayes. Throws to first in time. That's the 3rd out, inning over. So they make short work of him there. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Marlins 4 and the Reds 0.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back,
Marlins,
and a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the 8th.
83.
Valente Beozo.
Valente.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Friedel in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. On the ground. Whips it to first. And that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Now batting, designated hitter, Miguel Andujar.
Here's Miguel Andujar. Beozo measures 5 feet 10 inches, 210 pounds, and he's a native of Mexico. The Fish leading by 4, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next pitch is inside, and the count 1-2. Got him looking. Went back to the sweeper, and it was effective.
Oh, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
And now, Austin Hayes. Swing and a ball hammered left field. That's back there. Up against the wall and brings it in.
Now pitching for
Back
the Reds.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Graham Ashcraft. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Leading off
Here's the
for
third baseman,
Marlins,
Graham
third
Pauley.
baseman, Graham Pauley.
Ground ball to the right
that's foul.
side, and that's just foul. Now this is in the air down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Swing and a drive, deep right field. And that's a foul ball. And he hits a ground ball right side, and that chance handled. One gone to the bottom of the 8th. And now for the Marlins, Xavier Edwards. 0 for 3 in this one.
Edwards.
Line drive, caught. Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they
Number
still
34,
drive you absolutely
Liam
crazy.
Hicks.
Next to hit, Liam Hicks. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Misses
that's
off
out.
the plate. 1-0. Activity in the bullpen. Chase Burns up and throwing for Terry Francona. Two down, nobody on. Slow roller to first, and it goes just foul. And a foul ball. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. And 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins, but they're in front 4-0. And we're back, all set for the start of the inning. And the batter now, Will Benson. Beozo back to work. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Late swing, foul to the left. Smoked on the ground to second. Fires over to first. And the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
Now batting,
Jose Trevino, the next to hit for the Reds. Clips the corner. 0-1. Right there for a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
That one just misses. 1-2 the count.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
So it's their last chance in this one. Tyler Stevenson, the next to hit for the Reds. 1 for 3. Right side, and this should do it. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark. You're sleeping in your own bed. You're eating your clubhouse manager's food. Everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
A 4-0 shutout in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Don't nobody wanna dance slow in the rain. Snoop Dogg. Don't nobody wanna liberate the weight of the pain. Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg. Sometimes I hate taking trips to the lab. Got my pen and pad, booking instrumentals and smash. Catch the bus regardless. Trying hard to be an artist, but my nigga all be calling me out my zone into his office. Being cautious, seeing what my record to bring. Asking me how I think my project's progressing it. I say cool, the truth is I'm stressing the grip.
It's in the game.
Just outside of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. Coming off a contest that looks real good on paper between the visiting team and the Washington Commanders. On one sideline, we've got a look at the head coach of the visiting Raiders. These guys playing one of those dreaded body clock games, making a long trip to the East Coast. On the opposing sideline, head coach of the Commanders, Dan Quinn. These guys no doubt happy to be back home after they took the loss on the road last week. So happy you could join us today. I'm Kate Scott with Brock Heward. It is time for some football. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. He's brought down just inside the 25. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. It's last season's Offensive Rookie of the Year at the helm, Brock. What a rookie season he had. Led his team to the conference title game for the first time since 1991. It's Jaden Daniels.
And you wonder, as he's about to take his first snap today, yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. I'm curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Man in motion, headed right. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's got Jalen Lane. And he's hit just before he can pick up that first. So third and short coming up from the 33. Third and a lone yard coming up. I'm trying to run it with Harris. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. Fourth down coming up.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Commanders punting on fourth down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. Takes this in at the 25. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So here come the Raiders now for their opening drive. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
Last week is one of those weird spots as a quarterback, Kate. But you celebrate a win. Every win is so hard in this league. But as a QB, you also know when you throw more interceptions than touchdowns, you're very fortunate to come on the winning side of any game at this level.
first carry here for Ashton Genty. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw now. That's complete to the back, Ashton Genty. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Get 8 on that one. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And his progress is soft, but a nice 5-yard gain before it was.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39. First and 10, looking to throw. Finds Genty underneath. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Genty from the gun. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. Give him 13 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Raiders getting their first shot inside the red zone. They've got 1st and 10 from the 20. From the red zone now. Pass caught by Jack Bench. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Raiders have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Well, the coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here comes Williams on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Dan Quinn sending his Commanders out for another drive. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. He's keeping it. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. This one set up for Daniels. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Snared by his running back, it's Najee Harris. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Down, they need 7.
Brings up 3rd.
Fix the Eagles.
He'll air it out on 3rd. He's going for it himself. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Right on in, Harris. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game.
Raiders closing in, and down he goes. And the defense a down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
Badgley able to knock it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, if he gets to pad his stats a little bit, with a high percentage make.
Dylan Laube on the return. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the Raiders offense. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll throw it here on 1st. Throwing left side, Bowers has it. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
17 yards. That's another Raiders first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
This is thrown towards a defender instead, man. He's the one who makes a play on football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what we could call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts. Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Looking to throw on 3rd. That's a catch. Looks like he's in bounds. Good effort, but still short of the first.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he's got his man. Touchdown. The Raiders get 6 more on their early advantage. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack, because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They'll start with a give to Harris. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Brought down by Quay Walker. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Come on. Hit. Bronco 80.
Staying on the ground with Harris. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 35 to figure out.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He puts a man under it deep down the left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
So they bring Tressway back out there for another punt. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. First down now, ball at the 33. Now here he goes on the boot. Finds him on the crossing route. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our first quarter. The scoreboard reads 14-3. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. And off to Genty. On the move, past the 40. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Trying to throw this from the gun. He'll get this to Tucker. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
They're going play action. He completes it in traffic. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone on first. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone, but what a nice 1st and goal here from the 2.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Let's see what they want to do here. It's 2nd and inches. Sticking to the air here. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown! The Raiders stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist, and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Luke McCaffrey now on the return. A great effort, but he got popped at the end of it. The Commanders set to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here.
Okay, ready?
1st and 10 from the 32.
Here we go.
Zone read, a give to Harris. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
This is Harris on second down. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Washington, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Daniels from the pistol. Now he takes it. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and that's good for a Washington first down. All set to go now from the 35.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
This one left for Daniels. Oh, the football's loose! But it looks like someone from the Commanders got to that one. They'll keep the football. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on third down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
3rd and long for him here. He's going to run for it. And that will not be enough for a first down.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
A 50-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Has this at the 6. Showing a little burst so far. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. The Raiders are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. On the move, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Even though there's a lot of game time left here, Kate, this just feels like a must for the defense. A little bit of desperation. You cannot allow this offense to find the end zone again in a massive sack on first down. Well, that's the right way to begin this series defensively.
Complete here to Bowers. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 5 DBs out there for the Commanders on 3rd. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up. Now looking to throw. We go to Gentee on the dump off. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. To the air on 3rd and long. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
6 yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this. They're going to try to throw for it. That finds Besh. Complete. Wow, what a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down. They pull off the conversion. We've set it downs from 37. Shotgun give here to Genty. And he gets him around 6 there. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards. I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Complete beyond the marker. And he has enough for that first down, but look at his teammates. They know something's up. Everybody looking at that flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. After the holding call, they're going to need even more now on 3rd down. Pass play coming here. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
This offense is not leaving the field. On 4th and 8, they're going for it. 4th down, pass coming. Finds the in route, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Genty. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
That's incomplete on 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. He's got it near the 8. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. And with a half of football left to play, we can see already how close he is to that 100-yard mark in this game. Got to think that he stands a good chance of reaching it with plenty of time left to go. Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More coming up from Northwest Stadium. Stick around. Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. Goal to go, it's a pass play. Forced out to his right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still gonna need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up. Back to throw. That's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. So the holding backs him up. They'll try to get that back and then some on 2nd and goal. They're going to try and throw it here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. One of the rare instances there, Brock, where the quick slant doesn't win against zone coverage. He just couldn't hang on to the football.
No, we know this, Kate. In man coverage, it's about that separation, right?
Yeah.
You've got to win and create leverage versus zone. It's all about that anticipation and accuracy, and if you're not on point, that zone defender can break it up.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal. Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. Gay's kick is good. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
On the return, this is McCaffrey. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. The Commanders all set to regain possession. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break.
Let's go.
First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. Nothing doing here as he only manages a yard. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's calling his own number again. And he has this down to the 34. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Ready.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Washington calls it second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Coming to the line for another first and 10.
Ready. Gato.
Receiver in motion, going left. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. And down he goes. Raiders got him. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Badgley able to knock it through, and that lowers the deficit to 15.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That's Odafe Owe with a stop.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. A sad day for some, the official final day of summer. Fall begins in the USA tomorrow, so time for one more summer fling, if you will. Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin in Western New York. The Bills at home for an AFC East battle with the Miami Dolphins. And it's last year's most valuable player, Josh Allen. One of his 3 touchdown passes on the night. Next up, Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. Let's check out the Jaguars as they host the Houston Texans. And it's the former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. He's got a couple of touchdown passes in this first half, including this one. The Jaguars up by a touchdown, 21-14 the halftime score. Lastly, let's go to Nashville. It's the Titans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And it's a man, when he gets going, is one of the best in the game, Jonathan Taylor. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. The Colts on top in this one at halftime. And with that, a look at what else is going on around the NFL here in week number 3. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Loudby with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Genty. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They strike for 23 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Going left side, Bowers has it. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Second down pass play coming. Chased him, and they give to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, 3rd down. Pass play now. Rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And not his best punt here. He drives it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. Dan Quinn sending his Commanders out for another drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well.
Here we go. Start. 19.
Man in motion here. Play fake here. Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That was Terry McLaurin on the target. And now they face 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Come on, come on.
On the gun, it's Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
He tucks it and takes off. And he gives himself up after a short gain.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. get down and don't take any extra contact.
And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
First and 10 at the 40.
Out of the gun, Daniels. That's brought in by Luke McCaffrey. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up second down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Laying the motion man. Throwing from the gun. Pass complete to Lane. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
3rd and long for Daniels. Raiders closing in, and down he goes. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, up to the point of the game, Kate, now we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
The Commanders ready for the punt. It'll be Tress Way doing the honors. And this just gets past the 20 before going out. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Raiders just about ready for this one. And it's 1st and 10. Giving this to Genty. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Short pass brought in. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
And they're going to have 1st and goal. He's out of bounds just shy of that 5-yard line. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger game.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
And cut in the end zone for the touchdown. The Raiders make it a 3-possession game. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw.
Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. Gay with the point after. And the Raiders grow the lead now to 22 points. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. On the return, this is McCaffrey. Good work so far. He's got room. The tackle is made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. He put everything he had into this one. He's got it inside the 25. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
50 yards on the play. That's good for a Washington first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Daniels now. He takes it himself. And he scores. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders shrinking the lead some in the third. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown.
Okay, you got to be aware defensively by this point that this guy is going to run if he sees daylight. I think there was an awareness factor. They just couldn't stop him. He has just been that kind of X factor with his legs.
Daniels and the Commanders looking to tack on 2 more.
Washington will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They give it to the back of the zone read. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. Trying to chip away at that lead, but just not able to figure it out there to take another 2 points off.
Yeah, every one of these calls at this juncture of the game tells a story, and right now that story being told is this crew is feeling the pressure trying to chip away at those points. Maybe a little over-aggressive, as now they're still down big.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Raiders just about ready for this one. And it's 1st and 10. They give up the guts. It's Jeanty. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First down, play action. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Got a man, Bowers has it. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. They get 23 on that one. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. He's going to throw this one. Hits him on the out route. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. He gets 6 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
Hey, I'll be honest with you, Kate. They say that football is cyclical. Well, I sure hope we see the fullback come back. There's just something about that guy, something about that position. And he just showed you right there, going to get you a 1st down. They can be difference makers, too.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Finds him on the crossing route. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Offense with an enviable spot to be in, 2nd and inches. Now it's Genty. Well, he might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Looking to throw on 1st and goal. It's a screen play to Genty. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
2nd and goal, they're going to throw. Finds him over the middle. He has the touchdown. The Raiders lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. On the return, this is McCaffrey. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. First call here coming from the shotgun.
1st and 10. Their own 28-yard line.
60 boxes.
Carried by Harris here to start the drive. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
No gain on the play.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Commanders with possession, but they're in a pretty deep hole to start the 4th. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready? Cowboy. Let's go.
Daniels. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now.
3rd down and 10.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. And down he goes. Raiders got him. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, 60.
Desperation time here. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. They left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the results. A big gain, 15 yards, and a fresh set of downs, too.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Daniels now on 1st down. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of second down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field.
Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's third and very long. Third and long for him here. Another drop. The last two plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this fourth down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. And this one's swatted away by a defender, so they went for it unsuccessfully, and now they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
The Raiders have their offense back out there. With touchdowns on their last two drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. On first down, Genty. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down. Trying to throw this from the gun. Brought in by his back here. It's Genty. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on first and goal, it sets the table for more success.
They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delayed game.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. They call pass on second and goal. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown! The Raiders put up even more points in a win. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Comes Williams on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. Their failure on 4th down was answered by a touchdown, so they're really going to need to rebuild some momentum as they take the field once again. They'll start with a give to Harris. He stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1. First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. The jumpiness backs him up. Now 6 to go on 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. 60 by 6.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. And Daniels with a smart business decision, sliding down after getting that first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
He finds Chigakonkwo for the grab. So he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. A 28-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Washington first down.
Washington, first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
76.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Completed to his running back. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
Ready.
Running back sent in motion. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he's just going to huck this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Escapes out to the left. He's making a bid for it. And he's going to have the Washington touchdown. The Commanders putting up points in a game decided. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Brock, it looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited their ability to stop what turned into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown. And you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him, had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
Michael Badgley on to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders trail by 23 now. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. It's a design boot. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up 2nd down and 21. Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack.
I don't know why, Kate, but when I'm thinking of this series that we all just watched, I'm just hearing the sound thud. Not a whole lot of other ways to describe the set of downs that we just watched and the results that followed. It was 3rd and extra long, and now it's 4th and forever.
Not much room, but he's still able to crush it. Picked up at the 38. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with this.
Daniels him, he lost the football. But it looks like someone from the Commanders got to that one. They'll keep the football. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Out of the gun, Daniels connects on the crosser. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. We've got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinals.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. It's a repeat of the last play. That's going to bring them to third down.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3-and-outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Well, best of luck here. It's fourth and a considerable distance. Fourth down, pass coming. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, these fourth down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
They go play action on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. Second down and 19 yards to go after that sack. Here's the backup. First throw. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. This game right here, partner, has been a really good demonstration of why they value this guy beyond his running ability. Look at what he brings to their passing game as well.
Yeah, tremendous boost for the offense and a tremendous nightmare for this defense.
Third down here, need 8 on the play. Throw here, third down. That finds Mesh, complete. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Oh, that was teaching tape right there.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Hand off to Genty. And second down only works out for a yard. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Raiders looking at a 3-0 start to the season. Third and just 2 to go. Back to Genty. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Raiders keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Commanders set to take over. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score.
Got it. 60 Eagles, 60.
They give to Harris from the gun. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down. Throwing now, Daniels. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Ooh, and the stop made awfully close to the marker and in midfield. It's going to be 3rd and short now from the 49. And they send a man in motion. A 3rd down around with Harris. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. That's McCord on the quick slant. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Daniels back to throw. He finds Brown right side. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
To throw, Daniels. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. Brock, I know you know this firsthand. All the way across the country. Feels like you're playing in the morning. You played in a lot of these. That is not an easy thing to do, what they just did.
And you know what, Kate? You look back, even like the Niners of the 80s, those really good teams, they struggled in these 10 a.m. kickoffs on their body clock. You know who changed it? Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom said enough's enough. If you're good enough and we build up enough talent, we can also end this mystique or this problem of that early kick.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners. As with that, we sign off from D.C.